Hello, howdy, how's everybody doing? Staying warm? Trying? Yeah?
Trying.
Trying to stay warm? Hopefully all of you are trying to stay warm, bundled up, wearing tons of clothes because maybe you're out of power. I have no idea. There's a lot going on that from Texas and beyond side of the country and up in Canada and stuff. So it's most likely like super freezing for you all. For me, it's cold. I got cold north winds blowing down on us, but
Don't say we're not cold compared.
we're not cold compared to all of you.
Yeah.
That like whatsoever. For me, it is though because it's like 63 degrees. But you know that's just me. I'm weird and I can't do cold. Anyways, let me get this going so that I can see who is all here. Load, you darn thing. All right, we have Norma, Cat Lady Who Sews, Tony, Christy, Karen, Diane, Tracy, another Karen, Vicky, Debbie, Claudia, John, Delia, Karen, Pat, Kim, Mary, and so many more. Hello, everybody. So in the title, it says we are going to make a fun table runner. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make a table runner because I'm hoping that I could get a whole table runner made in one video and not take hours upon hours. So my color palette is, well, I'm using 5 fat quarters. So here is my, I'm just going to come close because the leaning thing is just not very easy for me to do. Here are my 5 fat quarters. Eastery, huh? Even though it's not for a couple months, but still cutesy. And then my sashing and border fabric are those. Purple is going to be the sashing and the border is going to be the pink. Yep, so it's going to be cutesy stuff. Cutesy stuff, but it's what I chose and it's what we're going to do. So, can you turn the iron on? We're going to start by ironing the fat quarters. I kind of left them in this position to show them to you. But in reality, they should get pressed right away. Usually I have everything pressed before the live stream, but, you know, we'll just put Scott to work. Mr. Iron Man needs something to do, right? As soon as he gets all 5 of these pressed, we can
Why don't you tell him that
get
you recovered
started.
your iron?
Oh, he's reminding me to tell you because somebody actually commented earlier. I did recover my ironing board. All the time of using starch all over everything for all the times I was starching things, and then spilling water and not spilling water constantly all over it and dry, not dry. The canvas wore out really quickly. So we took it off thinking we could wash it, but as soon as it hit the washing machine, it ripped. So I made a new one. So there's a new cover on the ironing board, which you probably saw in any of my most recent videos. It's now a color, it's colored. So Scott's having a hard time seeing certain colors against it, blue, yellow, and white, because that's the colors of the ironing board now. It's just another canvas, and if I have to make another one, I reused the original elastic from the last one to put in this one. So I'm not really using anything, more than I need because it was already in there. I already have elastic. I don't think these need to be pressed right yet. So I have 5 fat quarters, a third of the yard of my sashing fabric, and half a yard for my border fabric. Although we probably won't need all that, but that's what I have. While he's ironing, I'm going to update you, Thumper, if you guys weren't on the video for the hot air balloons video. Thumper is not doing well. He's limping around. We took him to the vet, and over $350 later, he has bad arthritis in his knees. They couldn't straighten his legs out enough to get his hips to see, but in his knees, it's really a lot of scar tissue. What is it called? And arthritis buildup around the joints. And well, they said he could probably jump down barely from something or did something and it just aggravated it more. So he's limping around. He did get a shot of a Salinas or I don't
He
know.
got pain medicine to take home.
Whatever the shot is
To
called,
give
he
him.
got a shot, but I don't think nothing's helping yet. And then they gave us pain medicine, which will start in like 2 or 3 days because we're giving the shot at least a week to see if it works. So he's somewhere sleeping. He hasn't been really jumping anywhere on anything except for, he's walking. The first like 2 days, he walked along the wall. It was very weird while he was limping. He was walking along the wall. So we like us when we're older, we walk along the wall to make sure we don't fall. I do that a lot because of my MS. And yeah, it's like what Thumper was doing. It's kind of weird. But anyway, so he's whatever he is right now. He is old. He will be 14 this year, so he's an older kitty. He's getting there, and we knew he had some kind of arthritis because he always had, getting down and up problems. So. And then I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, Tuesday is mine and Scott's 11th wedding anniversary. So we will be getting me Panda because he doesn't get himself anything.
We can't afford it.
We can't afford it. So he buys it for me and then he eats whatever he eats. So it'll be our at home. We'll just do like a movie date because we can't afford it. So he's like, yeah, I'll get you some Panda because it's your favorite, but we'll just sit and do whatever. This is a very crooked piece. Not very straight. Oh well, I'm just using it anyway for my little table runner. It'll be long. It'll be a long table runner.
Oh, this one has birdies on.
Yep.
I didn't realize what those were.
This one has butterflies and that one has birdies.
Yes, I see that
and
one.
this has dragonflies, which, can you just give it a little flatten on both of these when you're done?
Did you give them to me?
As soon as he's done ironing, we'll start with the cutting. So, and then obviously Karen will most likely write something up, but the cutting is very easy. So, yeah, it's the sewing of certain cuts that you guys. Okay, there it is. It's on. Yep, back on. It's a working. Oh, why did you do that? I just said the light press.
Oh, sorry. That's what I did.
It's okay.
What did I do?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank
All right.
She gave us money.
Who?
Lynette.
Oh, Lynette. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm going to cut these 5 fat quarters all at the same exact time. And hopefully the internet does not kick off again. It is windy outside, and that usually affects the internet sometimes.
Yes, it does.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these exactly the same. I'm lining them up. And make sure they're all crossing this line right here. And they seem to be. So I'm going to make my first cut right here.
So do you not want me to iron this one?
Yeah, but you don't have to open it all the way.
Or if I don't, then it'll be a crease right there.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut, where am I at? 5 for now, 1.5 inch strips. No, I'm going to cut 6. 6 1.5 inch strips. That'll be good. That'll be perfect. 6 1.5 inch strips. 1, 2. And yes, I'm wearing my nightgown because it's comfortable. 3. 4. 5. And we'll just cut 1 more, 6 to be safe, since I'm making this longer. The rest of all this, I don't need. I'm just going to move it aside. All right, from the strips, I'm going to separate them, and 5 of the strips, just 1, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there is that.
I'm so sorry to tell you this, but you should probably know Jim Bennett was one of your moderators and has passed away Wednesday evening. Oh no! I thought his daughter would have said something to me.
Well, maybe that's her there.
Is that
Sarah Bennett.
Oh, it is Sarah. Okay. Sorry, the name is smaller than the writing. I am so sorry to hear that, Sarah. Aw. I hope it was peacefully. He wasn't in a bunch of pain. I know we don't talk about prayers and stuff on here, but I will say a prayer for him. Prayer for all of you, for the family. Okay. Wow, I've known Jim. He's been in my chat for the last 9 years. He has been one of those people that are always here. Thank you for letting me know. All right. This is one thing a lot of people don't like. I have put, there's 5 strips here because we cut 5 fat quarters at the same time. One of each piece, 5 strips, are going to be cut on the diagonal. We are going to cut some diamonds out of this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the selvage off. I have it lined up on the 45 on my cutting mat, and I'm going to cut 1.5 inch diamonds. This will be easy. It may seem like it's hard, but it's not that hard. 1.5 inch diamonds. I'm going to cut the whole entire strip into it, or, the 5 strip pieces into it. Got to make sure that nothing shifts though while I'm doing this. This is probably not going to be enough. I'm probably going to have to do 2. That was my thought process when I first thought to do this, was I'm going to need 2 strips, not 1, but we'll see. I'm cutting it into 1.5 inch diamonds. All right, that was from every single one of them. I was able to get diamonds all the way to the edge. All right. So let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, I'm going to cut 1 more strip. We're going to cut 1 more strip.
He was on pain medicine and passed pretty quickly, she said. He used dialysis and got pneumonia.
Aw. Well, at least it was quick. And no pain. That's sad. He wasn't very old either. All right. I'm going to cut that same amount from this one. If I have leftover diamonds, I'll find another use for them. So I'm cutting 2 sets of 5, so 10 total strips into 1.5 inch diamonds. We're not making stars, by the way, or anything. We're just cutting the diamonds out, and we're going to sew them. And I probably could have strip pieced this and made it easy on myself, but no, I'm going to mix and match everything. So thank you, Marilyn. And 1 more. Right there. That got all of them. Yep. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is stack all these up. We're going to come over to the machine. I'm just going to do 1 stack at a time. Move these over here because we're not going to cut them. We're going to start sewing first. We're going to hook these diamonds together. All right. Let's move this over here. And if you've never pieced diamonds before, I'm going to bring the camera over here so that you can watch up close. So the camera is going to move. Camera is moving, moving, moving. And the camera's still moving. Give it 2 seconds. Right there. That should be good. Without my chair running it over. All right.
Are we done with the iron? Should I unplug it?
Yes, I'm done with it for now. I need a little iron, honestly.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take 2 diamonds and we're going to be putting them together in rows. See, like I said, I could have strip pieced this and made it easier on myself. But if you guys don't know how to do this, then this is how it's done. So I'm going to take this diamond. I'm going to put it on top of this diamond.
You want the real little one, or do you want the other one that you got out?
That one's fine. Just put it on a thing right here.
I'm looking for the...
And it sticks over a 1/4 inch on either side. And the reason for that is so that when you sew them together, let me get them in, the needle will come in right at the, go figure, I lost thread all at the start.
I never tell if this is low in water or not. It's hard to tell. It's so little.
All right. The needle should come in at the V, and I just did this for the Lone Star on the Open Gate video. The needle comes in at the V and comes out at the V, so that when you press it to one side or the other, it makes one continuous straight line. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, I'm not gonna do these one at a time. I'm gonna chain piece them through and then hook them together in whatever order I feel like it. They don't need to stay in the order that they are. And I'm just gonna hook the next one on, but I'm just showing you how this works. And then press it, and it'll all go in the same direction, and we'll snip off the dog ears. Oops. The next one, go on top, hanging over a 1/4 on both ends. And let's fix that again. This is why I want a chain piece. I clean the machine too, and every time I'm on camera, didn't do any of this yesterday. Press it and make it flat. Let's add one more to that. Just gonna stick this right here. And it comes out, so it goes in at the V, the stitching. Right there, you can see it, and then it comes out at the V, the stitching. So that way, when you have it flush like this, and everything's like that, then look, it's nice and straight. So I'm gonna press this so it stays straight real quick. Bring my iron a little closer to me now that it's on. We're not gonna stretch or pull any of this, we're just gonna iron it. And I said, like I said, we could have made strip sets, but I'm not in the mood for that right now. But this is what we're going for. We're going to make 2 rows that are this. Okay? 2 rows with all of these over and over. But I'm going to go ahead and chain piece the lot of it all because I don't feel like doing it singly. I'm just going to send 2 in, and I don't care if they get mixed up because we want it to be mixed up. Lost thread again. I just can't do anything. I cleaned it all out too. And now it's acting up. Driving me bonkers already. And it's just the beginning of the video. So I'm just going to keep passing these through. It doesn't matter which order I put them in. I can have them in whatever order I wish. Just going to keep putting them together. And then all of the ones will be one row, and then another will be the other row, all the other stacks.
Why is there a little butterfly in the corner? Can I click on that?
The little butterfly in the corner of the live stream?
Yeah, can I click on
No, that is my what is the word
highlights
for
and I
it?
put my cursor
It
on.
probably should go to my channel, yes, but that's my watermark so that nobody can steal my videos.
Oh,
It'll be in the video. That's my watermark.
okay.
I'm just mixing them up, grabbing, chain piecing them through. So this is how diamonds are pieced when you want to make diamond stuff. Or you can make the strip unit. If you wanted to have kept it all in the same order, you could just sew those strip units together and make sure that you offset them by an inch, inch and a quarter, inch and a half, something like that. But I didn't want these all in the same order. So I'm trying to mix and match things here. Since I'm only working with 5 back quarters. No, we had one. It used to be the sunset with Tiffany's Quilting Life, but I changed it.
Oh, I just never noticed. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm?
I just clicked on it.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw, but I changed a bunch of stuff on my page. Fixed a bunch of the links. So I'm going to go ahead and press these all the same direction. And then sew the sets of 2 together. This might make a really long, or not long enough. I don't know. We'll see. Let's press it all. Just pressing them all the same direction. This. Just pressing them back. And they make a nice straight line. That's the goal. Set everything up. That can't be there.
How do you keep them from stretching?
How do I keep them from stretching? By not pulling or tugging on them. I'm just pressing them back. I'm not doing anything else. Because this is going to be very stretchy. That's the only thing I'm going to warn you about. We are going to use sashing, though, to unstretch things when we start putting this together. Or else it's going to be super stretchy. As long as you're not pulling and tugging, like I'm not yanking on anything. And this seam is straight anyway, so it's not stretching right there, which is kind of good. All right, so now I'm just going to start attaching these to this big one, and then I'm just going to make a long row. So I can either one at a time it like this, just finger press, and then press the long row when I'm done, or I can put 2s. Yeah.
Okay, mine's completely frozen everything.
And the thread broke again. Well, here, I'm going to turn this one off to save on what's using the internet. How about that?
Sounds good if you're not using it.
No, because you read the comments to me. I got to rethread my machine again. Alright, no breaking thread, just sew, Tiffany. This is why I chain these. Let's get or else this video is going to take forever. Remember, I'm just mix and matching, so I'm kind of grabbing, sewing, grabbing, sewing. All right, snip apart. I'm going to press and then continue with the hooking them together. Just being very careful, rolling the seam back, not stretching, pulling, or tugging on anything. My seams are kind of just going whatever direction I pick up the piece. But it really ain't going to matter which way your seams are going because we're not nesting anything together. And there's other ways to do this whole diamond thing, but this is just the way I chose to do it today. All right. Get rid of that long string right there. And start hooking them on. How did... It's not the Juki TL 2010 Q. Don't be scared to get it. It's because I'm working on the space I currently am. You're not really supposed to work at the needle.
So it's you, not the machine.
Yeah, it's me, not the machine. I keep knocking the... I could have the longest tail and I'll still knock it out because I'm working right up here, causing a little wind and everything. Is that room enough to do this? Oh, there might just be. Nope, I'm just gonna go like this. All right. At this point, I'm not going to press anymore. I'm just going to hook them all together and press when it's done. And I have a nice long string of them. I should be able to hook them like this. Lay flat, Tiffany. Get this straight right there. Okay. Last one to attach, and then I'll press it, set it aside, and start the other row. We're making 2 rows of this. All right, Scott, you can put the camera back now.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's in my way.
Okay.
All right, camera is going to move in 2 seconds. Camera is moving. Camera is moving. Moving the camera. All right. It's still kind of moving around. Well, I have to warn them. Right now, I'm just pressing all of my seams one direction, making it all super flat. This might be a really long table runner. I'm gonna have to cut more than that, as many strips as I cut.
Maybe it'll be a walking or something instead.
No, it's just gonna be a long table runner.
Okay, well, long is good. Some people have long tables.
Came out longer than I hoped. It's that 5th amount is what it is. All right. One long strip. We're going to make the table runner this long. All right, move that out of the way and start another. Probably didn't have to cut all those pieces, but we did it anyway. I'm going to mix and match this one as well. I'm just going to start sewing them in pairs of 2, 2 to 4, so on and so forth. Until it's all sewn. I should have. Done something different, but that's okay. It doesn't even have to go on a table. It can go on the back of the couch.
Darn right. That would be cool. A couch runner.
It would be long.
A couch runner.
Yeah, or the foot of a bed, which is the bed runner, is what they call them. So this one will be a good size. Or a dresser runner. Has your thing been okay since I turned mine off, not using the internet?
Yes, honestly. It has.
There's a lot of chain piecing involved in this table runner today.
Have you ever had your thread wrap around your needle?
I have had my thread. I don't know how it happens. How does it even happen? It wraps around the needle. I've had it wrap around at least 3 times in a. It's so weird. Still sews when it does that, but yes, it's wrapped around my needle. It is something that has happened. Mine just more like comes unthreaded when I'm working right here, you know, instead of throwing all the stuff around and making like a slight wind at your machine, do it off the side, you know, off onto the side. The next pieces we will make strip sets out of, though, because that's easier. We're trying to get these diamonds knocked out of the park first, you know, because these take the longest. I probably should have strip pieced it. It would have made it so much easier for me and you.
Are your butterfly stickers old color forms, or will they leave residue when you try and remove them? Change them?
Butterfly stickers.
I think Shannon's the one that
They will probably, all these stickers are probably going to leave some kind of mark because they already have like yuck that's built around them. So when I pull them off, they'll probably leave some kind of yuck. That's if I ever do pull them off. And if I do, I'll use alcohol to clean it up. Because rubbing alcohol works for cleaning it up. How did this, did I sew two? Okay, that's weird. How did I have one left over on this? Today is not my day for this sewing machine. Don't clean your machine. That's what I'm going to say, because that's what happened. I cleaned it, and now everything I do right here, knocking that thread out.
It's because you're on live, remember?
It only
Whenever
happens
you go
when I'm
live.
I sewed yesterday, all day, and the day before, and you know what? Nothing happened, except for when I had the camera on the day before for the open gate video. Whew.
Ask them if they like that video.
Hopefully you guys liked my open gate video, and if you haven't watched it, I suggest you do. It's not just the open gate box, because I make a bonus Lone Star in it, which is me giving away what's in the video in the first place, but I make a bonus project in it. So if you've never made a Lone Star, there's 2 different ways to make it. There's more than 2, but I chose not to do the open gate way because that stuff drove me nuts, and I'm going to still use it, but off camera where I can't, you know, catch myself saying bad words because that stuff was driving me nuts. But I will try it a different way. I've already tried it and made a mess, but I'm not even going to press this. I'm just going to start putting it together.
Do you need me to iron anything?
No. I'm just going to start hooking it together. Press it in the end. No, I have it right here. As long as this comes out cute, that's all that matters. I get these ideas in my head, you know. I've already done it once, this, just not as big, because I didn't have that much fabric to work with. But now I do, so we'll see the difference. I'll show you the other one in the end when I finish all this.
I thought you were going to do a Lone Star today.
Yeah, no. I probably could have. I could have made 4 little Lone Star blocks, or 8 pointed star blocks or something, but no.
You can do that on Thursday.
I can do
Or
that
next Sunday.
another day. Lone Stars are easy. I've done plenty of videos on Lone Stars. That and Bargello are the things I've done a lot of. Lone Stars and Bargellos. Seriously. Made lots of those. Oh, no, 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 no. Rip that right away. It shifted as soon as I went to the machine. Very carefully rip it out and start the stitch a little bit further away. Much better. Make sure that one. Snip them all apart very carefully. Okay. That side. And continue on. Dropping things.
Have you ever done Quilt As You Go?
I have done Quilt As You Go when I first started quilting, and I don't like it. And since I do own a long arm, there's no sense in quilting as I go. Not for me. I know a lot of you don't have long arms or, means to quilt your own quilts, but you can quilt your blocks and sew them together. But I see no point in it when I can make the whole top and quilt it. And I've done Quilt As You Go table runners and stuff on my channel, so that's as far as it's going to go. All right, now I'm going to push the seam all in one direction. That's the name of a band. One direction.
Yes, it is.
I'm not pulling or tugging. I'm just pushing these seams back and holding it firmly as I do so. And I'm also using seam. Because
You need
steam
more water
helps.
in there? That thing runs out quick, doesn't it?
Yep.
Need water?
Nope, doesn't need water yet.
Boy, it's coming out like crazy. Maybe you kicked out. It's running down it.
And that's why it's sitting on this. Just want everything to be flat. That's all that matters. Okay. Those two are done. Nice long strip pieces. I'm going to set those aside, and now we're going to grab our other pieces right here, and we're just going to turn these into strip units. Whatever order you want to put them in. And I'm just going to match up the end, putting the selvages together, sew down them. I figured it's easier to just strip piece these. I'm going to go ahead and finger press to one side for now. Add this, hook them together, and it'll be strip units of 5. Finger press this out of the way. Actually, I'm just kind of smushing it out of the way, honestly. All right, let's move those so that I can press this, and then we'll just keep making them and pressing them. Just going to push all the seams to one side. Because there's nothing going to get matched up. Probably would be better using a bigger iron doing this, but I don't want to bow anything. All right, one strip unit down. Let's make some more. Let's put it this way so I can see what order they're in, so that the next one can be in a different order. And then we're going to hook them all together and cut them all at the same time. Just going to press it now.
iron diameter over here? Big iron?
No, I'm okay. I'll just use this.
Okay.
These together and then put this on. I'm really fast with strip piecing because I can continuously sew. We're going to cut probably another strip because those turned out really long.
You want me to hold one of those? Yeah, that's like.
No, that's not
way
going to go
long.
like that.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not the direction it goes.
Okay.
So that is not the way the
Okay.
idea will be.
Okay. Well, I have no idea. I'm just trying to help.
All right, so I'm going to take these two, hook them together. And then I'll just make it this wide so that way it's not too hard to cut because we're going to be subcutting anyway. Yeah, this should be wide enough for subcutting. Also for pressing because this is the size of my little pressing area right now. Anything bigger will make it harder.
Can you mix different fabric, like jean material and cotton in a quilt?
You can mix jean and cotton. You can mix anything you want in a quilt, but just know they all have different shrink rates and everything. So it's not necessarily going to work out as you think. But when I first started, I sewed everything from curtain scraps, everything. So I sewed canvas with jean, with whatever. I just sewed.
Oh, now you only use 100%.
Now I only use 100% cotton, and I have to say, in the past, it's happened. I do get quilts to long arm quilt that are mixed with cotton and a cotton poly blend, and I have to say, when I'm long arm quilting, my needle will change the tension. The tension will change as soon as I start crossing over anything with the poly cotton. Then it goes back to something weird at the regular cotton, and it kind of fluctuates back and forth. So I have to really watch it. But an all cotton quilt, the tension stays great the whole entire time. An all poly cotton quilt, it knocks the tension off. But if you get it right that first time, it stays the rest of the way. But mixing the two, so if I mix jean and say t-shirt fabric and say canvas as well as cotton as well as poly cotton and whatever else all into one quilt, all that mixture, for long arm quilting purposes, that needle is going to go through tons of different thicknesses, and then the weave is going to be tighter on some, not on the others. So that needle, that tension is going to change the whole entire time because the needle thinks it's one, and then it's going to get thicker and go to a different one. Then it's going to get super thin and go to a different one, and it messes things up. So just be sure that they're maybe of similar weights, I say if you're going to piece a quilt, though, just use 100% cotton or use all the, 60-40 polyester or use all canvas or use all jean or all t-shirt material, which is really hard because it stretches, but, you just use some interfacing on it and that's great. But just know that mixing everything does make a mess. And it's going to be the same with free motion quilting. Unless you quilt it really slow, you got to just beware because it will change as you're sewing it. And use a universal needle. because that way it can go through everything, all the different stuff. Probably should not be doing it this way, but whatever. As long as everything stays flat, that's all that matters. All right, one more strip unit to make. We'll probably have to make more though, because I have a feeling this is not going to be the length we need once I start putting everything together. Now that we're talking about people passing away, that we were talking about that earlier. If you are a family member of a person who watches my channel, or you told your family and they know you watch me, I like when people, because it's happened before, people have let me know. I like it when the family members let me know if said person, especially the ones that, you know, have been around a really long time. I like it when people let me know. That way I can pray for their family, you know. I've been on here long enough to know a lot of you, and I've met a lot of you in person too. So I mean, it's, for me, it's nice to know. What is happening? Oy, oy, oy. Did I run out of bobbin maybe, and it just started acting funny? That was a fresh bobbin though. I wound bobbins before coming on live. No, it's a tangled bobbin. See, there's stuff on it, but it's tangled. It happens every now and then. Those are the ones I just passed to Scott, and he untangles them for me.
Do you need me to? I can do it. Oh.
Yeah, when I talk about that kind of stuff, you guys are my friends. You're like my family. You're my quilting family. And you guys give me encouragement to keep going despite all the physical pain and problems I suffer from. And you guys have so many kind words and things like that that I just like to know if something did happen, because I know a lot of you are a lot older than me, and you know, it just makes sense to let me know somehow, some way. Recap so far, I cut 6 1.5-inch strips from all 5 of my fat quarters. So I had 5 fat quarters, a third of a yard for my sashing, and a half yard for my border. I cut 1.5-inch strips. I cut 6, 2 from each, 6 from each color, 6 from every 5 fat quarters, and then 1.5-inch strips. And then 2 strips, sets of 5, 2 of them went for the piecing of the diamonds. And the rest is going for strip unit. So far, 4 of each, but I have a feeling I'm going to need a little bit more than that. But no, no, and no. What's happening here? As I repeat myself, do not clean out your sewing machine, because it just makes everything not work. I literally just cleaned it today. It's like super nice in there, freshly oiled and everything. It's definitely a live stream thing, but at the same time, the machine is like, oh, I don't want to be on camera. I'm clean. I just washed my butt. I know I can't tell you not to clean your machine. Keep it clean, but if you're having problems like this, it's only because you just cleaned it. Bobbin area and the top thread, just constant. My goodness. You know, it's probably trying to tell me that I should have stayed in bed today, because I really didn't want to get up. You know, sometimes I feel like I just need a break every single Sunday I'm on here, you know, rain or shine, sick or not. And I'm like, today or yesterday, was it today? Yeah, it was today. Scott and I were like, what could we do for the live stream, and da 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 da. And I always choose last minute. I don't prep a week in advance, or else it never gets done. I won't, you know what I mean? So I always just go in there and grab something, and it's like, I'm exhausted. What can I do that I haven't done already? You know? I mean, I'm always creating something new, especially scrap projects, but when it comes to designing something, I'm definitely running out of ideas, even though my ideas come from everything in my life, you know? So these are in sets of 10 for the strip piece thing, and I'm going to cut them and then sew them end to end. Okay, everything's nice and flat. Let me cut all this and sew it together end to end. I'm just going to stack them on top of each other. I'm going to kind of a little bit stagger it. That way the seams aren't right on top of each other. I'm going to go ahead and cut the selvage off of all of these at the same exact time. And my subcut is now going to be 3 inches. 3 inches. No. What happens right there? Stay nice. I should be able to get 6 from this. 6 cuts. It's not going to be that way, though, because I have to straighten this edge back out again. It's looking like it got a little funky right here. see if I can get 2 more. 1 more. Oh, no. Nope, nope, nope. All right. Let's just see how long. I got 6 out of it, not 7. All right, so I'm going to take 3. Yeah, 3 of them. And hook them together end to end. 3 stacks. Until we're as long as the diamond one. I gotta see how long the diamond is by putting it on the wall, I think.
Fine, I could have got.
Oh, this could be super long. Put it on the wall. No.
How about I hold one end?
Okay, stay. Stay.
Yeah, that's pretty long. That takes up your whole wall.
Yeah, this could be a bed runner. Yep, now I need to do 2 more, and then that should be the length. I don't think I want it that long, though. We're going to see. I just wanted it to be a table runner. Let's see how long that is now. Yeah, that's kind of long. I think everything should get taken down in size. This should be half that right there. Yep. I'm going to change my mind here in a second because that's super long. That should be like 1 more longer. No, this is perfect. We're going to take it all down to this size right here. So where am I at? Stop right at this pink. Keep that apart. So we need 3 of them anyway. Go right here. These together.
This piece will be used, right?
Nope.
I'm going to show them close up. Let's see.
Those are the colors. Okay, showing. All right, are all these the same length now?
They're Eastery.
That one's that length. It's not pressed yet either, so I will press it though. Yep, they're all the same length. Okay, that's what I want. And then these are going to get taken.
Do you want me to help?
Nope.
Do you want me to help?
Nope.
Okay.
I just need my ironing board
Okay. Okay. The little one?
and my iron.
Yeah, I know. I gotta hand it to you this way, though. I don't want you to burn your hand. Oh,
I'm going to
hold on.
make all this
You're
flat
using
now.
water like crazy. Let me put some more in.
So,
It only takes a little, and that's okay.
pressing the seams now. So they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. However many sets of 5. I made the, if you make it one long strip and then separate it into 3 equal segments, that's what we're looking for. My diamonds are too many, but that's okay.
Want me to do that on the big iron? That'd be much easier and quicker with big iron.
Nope, I'm good. And one more. All right, now I'm just gonna make my diamonds this big, which is however many inches. I'll tell you in 2 seconds. $40 inches. So 3 40-inch by 1.5 inch by 3 inch, 3 40-inch pieces you'll get out of all of that I just pieced. So now I'm going to take my diamonds down to 40 inches. Let me do that by setting that aside, moving that right here. And literally, I need to leave the end. So I'm putting the point on here. I'm going to go to 40 inches from the point. I need it to lay flat somewhere. And then I'm just going to rip it apart at that specific number. There we go. Right here. On this seam. Which I can't rip because it's on the bias and it will stretch it out of place. Okay, there's that. And we're going to take this one to the same length by using this one as its guideline. So I pieced more diamonds than I need, but I still have enough fabric where I can make another one of these. So I'll take it apart right here at this seam. So I'm making everything 40 inches long. 2 strips of diamonds and 3 strips of 1.5 by 3.5 pieces put together. All that will go towards another one. This, fix the end, and then we're going to cut all the dog ears off and then cut our sashing fabric. All right. Want to know how I cut the dog ears off of these? Very carefully, like. I take my ruler, I go like this along the edge, and I cut a bunch of dog ears without cutting the fabric. Just the dog ears. Well, I didn't cut the under one. Come off of there, you dumb thing.
If it works.
If it works. Should be straight, so all the dog ears should be coming off. And one more swipe across. Ta-da! Off of that. And now let's get this one. they all off? Yep. Sweep up my confetti. And cut the sashing fabric. From the sashing fabric, I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1-inch strips. I know this is overkill on the amount that's here, but we're going to cut 5 1-inch strips to start. And then I need to cut one strip that's 1.5 inches.
When using fusible interfacing, can I double up on it? Would that hurt anything?
Can you double up on fusible interfacing? I wouldn't, because it's not going to stick to itself like you think. I did a t-shirt quilt once, and the piece got smudged, like it smushed funky from a cheaper brand of interfacing. And then I went to put another piece on it to hold it nice and flat, because it was glued mostly on one side and the other side not very good. And that second one didn't stick to the first one very well. I still managed to finish the quilt, but yeah, I wouldn't use 2 layers. All right, 5 1-inch strips. And I'm going to lose most of these dragonflies on here. 2. That's
okay. Dragonflies.
3. 4. 5. And then 1 1.5-inch strip, which we're not even going to use much of. Oops. I need to put that here. Like I said, I'll be able to make another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and cut 4 1.5 by 3-inch rectangles. Just 4, because we need it for the 2 ends of the diamonds. So we're going to go ahead and from these, I'm going to cut, which way is this one going to be? So it needs to come off this corner. I'm just going to line up and cut a corner off right here for one end. And it's going to attach like this on one end. And then the other end, so there's 2, 1 for each side, is going to get the same thing, but opposite.
Have you made a t-shirt quilt without interfacing?
Have I made a t-shirt quilt without interfacing? I haven't made a t-shirt quilt, but I have made quilts without interfacing using t-shirt fabric. Because remember, like I said, that's what I started with. Now I'm going to line up this edge and cut the opposite way. Oops. No, I screwed that one up because I'm a dum-dum. Just cut 2 more. The opposite way, Tiffany. The opposite way. I screwed that up. Sorry. Opposite way. It needs to come off this way. Where's my line? That corner to that corner. There we go. Now that goes on that side. Didn't mean to use that many extra pieces, but well, I'll use 2. One of these for each of these, and one of those for each of those. In the end. So I'm going to connect it just the same as any diamond goes on here. All right, let me put the other sides on. Are you kidding me? That one is that way. That one is straight that way. What happened? That one is straight that way. This one is not straight that way.
Can we open your phone to the picture of the dog balloon at one of our house and I think we've shown that?
Yeah, 2 seconds, please.
I
I'm
didn't mean you
struggling
do it.
now.
I meant me. Can I do that?
I'm struggling right this very second.
I didn't think I know where that is. It's in your pictures, right?
Yep, and there's 2 of them. So this one goes this direction. Nope, comes off this end right here on the corner.
2 dog balloons?
There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one.
But there's a
dog
few pictures. One
Well,
is
yeah, there's
clearer
like
than
8
the
of them.
other.
Tell him I'm going to show him a picture of the
Scott
dog.
is going to show you the picture of the dog balloon. The hot air balloon that flew over our house. That was a dog.
Oh, that's gonna be very
Yeah, it's not going to be very clear until you let it focus.
Tell him that one came right over our house.
Yep, that one came right over our house. Like literally on top of our house. All right, now to press these. All right, here's one, and the ends look like this. But I'm going to trim them to size, obviously. For now, they're just on here. They're supposed to be 40 inches, because that is what I have going on here. So I'm going to lay them this, and come to, that's not going to work. I just have to go like this. Edge. That's better. Oh man, I just realized I screwed that other one up.
They all love the dog.
Yeah, it was cute. It's a cute balloon. What did I do on this one? Right to the edge. Yep. All right, everything is now ready except for let's make our 1-inch strips 40 inches. Because everything is 40 inches at this point. So I'm just going to open my 1-inch sashing strips. I'm going to lay them all right here and cut them. I'm putting the fold on the 0 line, and the rest of it I'm going to cut at the 20. Just lining everything up. Let's go over that pile. That will give me 40 inches because I mean, it's not going to be exact because it's being folded at the fold, but they're cut, cut from a fold. I don't care at this point. And we still have to cut 2 more strips anyway because we're going to do the sides, but right now we just want to cut this 40 inches by 1 inches. Now, very carefully, snip these dog ears off. There's one more. And we're going to very carefully, because this is all stretchy now, put one of these sashing strips on both sides, one on each side of my diamonds. It should be. That is not 40 inches. Yep. We're off here. Totally messed up. That's 40 inches. This is one more shorter. Did I make the blue thing on a video?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
I don't remember. This is not 40 inches. I thought we measured it, but it is not.
Karen knows. Karen said yes, it's on video.
$41. How'd that happen? I have to rip one more of these off.
What ruler do you use that doesn't move on fabric? I bought Creative Grids and it slips.
Quilter Select does not slip on fabric. Literally, I have a big one next to me, but we're just gonna put it right here. Look at that. Fabric moves, not the, the ruler moves, not the fabric. It's literally staying right where I put it. Didn't move the whole time. Quilter Select, that's the one I recommend. I gotta fix this real quick. It's longer than 40 inches. And I'm having a day, so it's okay. I want to make everything 40 inches.
One of them there days.
It's only because I'm on camera, you know? Let's do that again. I'll put this on the end. It's going to be either of those because those are the wrong direction. Will it be one of these? Is that 1.5 inch? Where is the cutting thing? Nope, we want it this way. If this is on here, this better be 40 inches. I'm going to start getting frustrated more. I thought I measured it too. I measured everything. Now, lay it out again. To that end. Why can't my cutting mat be, longer? All right. So I need to cut one off of the other one too. To make it 40 inches. Now this should land on here perfectly. Okay. This way. Just gonna rip this off. This one coming off nicely. Carefully. Grab this. Cut just one.
The diamond one's longer due to the addition of the purple end.
The diamond ones, I'm trying to make 40 inches with the purple on the end. And I'll tell you how many are in there because we're just going to count it because I can. I did take one off, didn't I? Oh, yes. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Anybody else having troubles today? Normally, I'm fine. No problems. Today, not so much.
One of them there days.
One of them there days. All right, so this should be 40 inches now, too. And we'll measure it by just sticking one of these on here because these are 40 inches. No, this one's too long still.
You can take a break and finish next week.
Nope, I'm not going to finish next week. I am going to sew my strip units on either side of these first while I take a break from the diamonds. It's probably stretched out of place, and that's why it did that. So I'm going to start with these. Stop flipping, you dumb seam. Oh, that's exactly 40 inches, so that's good. Whew. It's the diamonds that are not. So I'm putting a sashing piece on 2 sides of 2 of my 3 of them. All 3, yeah. Then all I'll have to do is hook the diamonds in. Look at that, exactly. Perfect. And one more. And then the diamonds will just get hooked to this once I get those to exactly 40 inches. Two sides of 1, and yeah, that's what I'm doing. 2. How many? I have 5. 1, 2. All right, I'm going to press these towards the sashing. Real quickly, like. Or not quickly, because I'm using a little tiny iron on the long ironing board.
You want me to plug in the big iron?
No, it's fine. This is fine because it's little, and these pieces are little. This is my new ironing board cover because he's turning the camera for you to see. I just make a fitted sheet is pretty much what I'm doing for it. I'm just fitting it to it. It doesn't smell very good either. I don't know why. Maybe because the fabric was in the garage. I don't know. But it smells funky. That's okay. It's just an ironing board. It don't matter. Just needs to iron the fabric. Could just be because the batting underneath stinks from all the getting wet, not wet, wet, not wet constantly. 1, 2. I'm going to go ahead and some of these seams flipped under the sewing machine. All right, this one I'm going to go ahead and add another strip to. Another 1-inch strip. It's on both sides of this. Lay flat. 1/4 inch longer than I probably should. That's what happens from doing it at the fold. I'm going to press it, and then I'm going to the word for it? I needed one more strip. I needed 6. Can't think straight right now. I'm going to put these on the wall real quick so you can get the general idea of what I'm doing here. All right. So I'm going to go this way. This, we're going to get these to size. This one I think is already to size. Right there. Yep, that's the right size. So that one can go on there. Let's put it on real quick. We'll fix the last one in a second. I'm not going to stretch on this either. I'm just going to very carefully sew it on. Make sure that this end is matched up. It is. Just holding everything nice and flat. Cut that dang dog ear off. Apparently I forgot one. I'm going to press it towards the sashing. Very carefully. And we'll fix that other diamond strip to where it's 40. That's going to go right here.
There you go.
Let's fix this one to 40 inches. I'm going to use this as my guide at where I'm going to cut it because that makes it easier for my brain. Instead of trying to do everything else. Just going to lay it right here. Throw all this junk and trash. I don't need it. That stays on there. I mean, I could put it on the bottom and suck it in. Maybe it got stretched too much. It's a lot of tucking, though. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to suck it in. We're going to do a magic trick. Very carefully, like, though. This is kind of hard to do, but I'm going to do it. Because if I cut any more off, it's just going to mess it all up. So I'm going to work it in very carefully, the excess. There. Stay flat. I have the diamonds on the bottom so that the feed dogs take it in a little bit more. Slightly giving it a little, no tug, you know, because the top one's pretty straight and doesn't need to be tugged on. But the bottom, on the other hand, kind of just like folding it up and under just a little bit more than it needs to be. Just need to work it in. Because I don't want to cut anymore. Can you see that I have done this a little too much, this whole fudging thing? Look, now it's exactly the right size. Just a little bit of fudging by putting it on the bottom. Or else I would have been so close. And I would have lost the point to a diamond, and I didn't want to. It's just because it got stretched out. That's why I say don't stretch on them. I mean, it's going to happen, but there's a dog here. Right there. I'm going to go ahead and press this towards the sashing. And then I'll add the other sides on because this one I have to do just right. because this one is a little stretched. We're gonna make it good though. There you go. You guys see what I'm doing here? By the way, on the wall, the goal of today's project. In by placing this under here, like this. So it goes straight, diamond, straight, diamond, straight. So I'm gonna put this on top. And put the diamond on the bottom again, because this one I'm trying to keep it nice by sucking it in just a little. Just a little. That's all I needed. A little finagling. And it's still going to lay flat, because I'm going to make it lay flat. Since I'm the long arm quilter, you know, it's okay. Match up this end. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Sucking everything in that got messed up. I'm going to press towards the sashing again. Everything I'm doing, I'm pressing towards the sashing, by the way, because it lays flatter. Okay. Go ahead and add this to the top of that. We should have turned it around. Now I gotta push all these seams. This one was the right size, so this one should lay perfectly. Flipping the seams like cuckoo crazy. All right, press towards the sashing again. Anyway, once I get going on it, then it'd be fine. Okay, we're gonna switch to the big iron now, by the way. All right, so I'm gonna cut 2 more 1-inch strips now. So here's my thing. We're gonna put a 1-inch strip on the top and bottom, and then we're gonna do the 2 sides. I'm gonna cut a total of 3. Notice I like to cut as I go most times. Oh, there's one. Number 2, and then 1 more. And 3. I knew I cut enough of those. Cut these, one of them to 40 inches, and the other one is going to stay the way it is temporarily. All that out of my way. All the stuff is getting stuck under my broken mat. All right, so I'm going to put one of these that's already 40 inches because I cut them all at the same exact time under one side. Flip those seams every 2 seconds. My seam guide, this one was gifted to me, but it's the same as my old one. Yeah, Fat Quarter Shop. There's seam guide is one of the thingies. It has a thingy. SS guide, I think. Could be seam.
That's why I said, let me make them. That way I will. Seam G.
An eighth of an inch off of there. These aren't exactly whatever. I told you guys, I'm not like, my 1/4 inch seams are great throughout the quilt, but I'm a really sloppy piecer. I really am. My own personal opinion. I make quite the mess. Most times because I'm in a hurry to make something. Huh?
The boy came in.
Eighth of an inch too long. I'm gonna have to square that sides up anyway, I think. All right, I'm gonna press towards the sashing and then we'll add the 2 sides. Oh my goodness, what just happened here?
Okay.
It just dust, a whole pile of dust came off.
All right.
I'm just pressing towards the sashing. The purpose of using steam is because I think it helps it lay flatter. That's my own personal opinion. I like steam in mine, but a lot of people press without steam. I prefer steam. I guess that one, there's no real answer. It's personal preference. All right. Now, I am not even going to bother. Just going to straighten my side if it needs it, just slightly. Just slightly. Going to straighten it. I'm going right here on this. There we go. Perfect. Turn it to the other side and straighten it. Like I said, I'm not doing like any kind of whatever. I'm just making sure that it's straight. Now I'm going to just cut the selvages off and add whatever to each side. I think it's like 19 inches. 13, 14. Oh, no, the big one turns out that much. So this point is 13 inches. 13 inches by 40 inches at this point.
Do you need a thick needle plate for your juki?
Do I need a thick needle plate for my juki? I don't get it. It's what it is.
Well, they're just saying they're thinking about buying one and they're asking you,
It
you
should.
need a thick needle plate?
It should be what it is. You don't need to put a different needle plate on it.
That's whatever comes with it.
Yeah, whatever comes with it. Unless you're using a different kind of juki. The TL 2010Q comes with what it's supposed to have.
They said it.
I'll measure one more time. That's 13. And this side is 13. It has a bigger needle hole. I didn't think you would need a bigger needle hole. Needle hole. Okay, here we go. Let's sew these 2 side 1 inch pieces on, And then we will make the outer border, and then I will be done. He's going to show Thumper real quick. That way I don't have to pick him up.
Yeah, I'm not picking him up no more.
We haven't been picking him up except to put him on the bed.
Would be.
So that way he's not even trying to jump or anything.
Says I'm getting tired and old.
Tired and old is what the cat is. He did lose 2 pounds though.
Yep.
He was 19 whatever, and now he's 16 whatever. That's in the cage though. His 16 something is in the cage. The 19 was not in a cage. So we don't know exactly how much the cage weighs.
16 something was 2 pounds.
Oh yeah,
He lost a little over 2 pounds.
Yeah,
we don't
he
know
lost,
what
lost a little over 2 pounds.
What his 19 was. It was 19 whatever. But
Yeah.
he's now 16.9.
He's 16.9 and he
He's right
was
under
19
17.
whatever. So he's just lost a little bit more than 2 pounds.
Yeah.
So the vet can't say that he's not trying to lose his weight. But he is eating a lot less than he used to.
Can you use an 18 needle?
Can I use an 18 needle? Right now I have a 90-14 in there. The 18 would be a long arm or an industrial machine. All right, so now I'm going to cut my border fabric, which is the 1/2 yard that I gave. We're going to cut 3-inch strips off of it. So I'm going to cut 2 3-inch. Actually, let's do, what is it at? 13? Yeah. 2 3-inch by 40-inch, and then the sides will be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to cut 3 total 3-inch strips up here. So you can use less than 1/2 yard, obviously, but I just grab what I grab for these videos. All right. I'll put the sides on first, then the top and bottom. How's that?
Sounds good.
Cut the selvage off and put the sides on, then top and bottom. And then I'll have more than 40 inches, so I'll have to piece a little bit. That's okay. No, I just did the sides, so no, I do need to do top and bottom first. I'm just going to piece it the way I always piece things. I'm just going to add my strips on here and then cut them to size. Because that's what I always do. Oh, I need to cut this off of here. Do it on both. Attach these on here and then do the sides. So I'm doing which would be the top and bottom if it's a table runner, because that's what it is. Here we go. Now it won't matter if I press towards the border or the sashing, no big deal. I'm just going to press towards the border. And this should give us a 19-inch, 19-ish inch by 40-something table runner. At this point, I'm literally just going to Finger press. Finger press. Cut to size. I know some of you don't like the way I do this, but this is just the way I want to do it for me. I've never had a problem putting my borders and stuff on like this. Okay, I'm gonna go press this in 2 seconds. We'll give you a final measurement and then I'll have completed the table runner in today's video. If I would have strip pieced, it probably would have went faster for the diamond ones. And then if I wouldn't have had to unpick and add, then it probably would have been faster. But, you know, my little frustrations along the way. I just gave it a little bit of starch to lay a little bit flatter because of the diamonds. Remember, I had to suck those up just a little bit on that one row. So a little bit of starch that I'm adding is just flattening that out better. This looks so cool. All right, here it is. Ta-da! Well
Oh,
done.
that is awesome.
It's adorable.
I love it. I love it.
Stay wall. Design walls, whatever. So there it is. Oh, this camera has to be moved. He's going to bring you over to see it.
Of course the camera has to be moved. They want to see it close up.
So this is the one I kind of shrunk it in a little bit. So it kind of has a slight like bubble to it right here towards the end. But other than that, that's it.
Well, let them know it's for sale.
So the idea came from me playing with scraps. I'm just going to show you guys all this while I'm at it. So on my open gate video, I made, let me move this table runner, you put the camera back. I'm just going to put this right here. So I've done a lot of stuff in the last few days, by the way. So I made this star on the open gate video. This was mine, obviously, because I had to do it again. So I did that. But then I still had diamonds left. So I went ahead and made another one. You can tell I've been busy, huh? And then I still had diamonds left over. And that's where today's table runner came from, is the leftover diamonds from those 2 stars made this one. So that's what I've been up to. This one, notice they're all in the same order. That one, we mixed it up. I like it mixed up. Although these are bolder, and that's not as bold, but that one's still cute. And this one's more country. So this will get this backing fabric. This will get that backing fabric. And this will get that backing fabric. I already chose everything. Ready to go. I just need some time to quilt it all. I'll just leave this up on the wall. And it all started because of an open gate where I chose the backing already for this because I had a really nice, pretty color. It all started from this one Lone Star that won't stay unless I hold it. So this forced me to make that, which gave me leftovers for that, which gave me leftovers for that, and decided to make this for you guys. See? I'm just all over the place, huh? I've been a busy bee. And I'm still filming a video, which is the mess that's on the floor right here. So there's that. Any questions? And I still have fabric left over, by the way, so I could still make more stuff with this. Any questions? No? Okay. Well, that's that. I went over by 5 minutes. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I'm going to get going off of here and clean up my mess because I have made a mess. I mean, it's on the floor. It's everywhere. And I'm going to go relax for the rest of the day. Since the stress is over, the table runner is done. Oh, final measurement. I almost forgot all about that. I said I was going to tell you, but it's 18 inches by 45.5 inches. 18 inches by 45.5
That's
inches.
a table runner.
So it's the perfect table runner.
Yeah. Well, you were saying it was going to be a bed.
Well, I said it was going to be a bed runner if I would have went with the full length of things, but I have enough left over. I'll just make another.
It worked out to be a good table runner.
Yep. All right. See you guys in my next video. Bye.
Good night. Good night.